And here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and you're watching Open. Coming up on today's show, we'll hear from a reverend and a music director who will shine a light on their church and how it's impacting the community. Then we'll sit down with a talented recording artist, a singer, and a songwriter from Spain who will speak about her next project. Plus, we'll check in with a multi-talented woman whose foundation is uplifting others in more ways than one. And finally, we'll sit down with an award-winning communication and influential change maker who joins us to highlight his career in government and so much more. So here we are. Sit back, kick off your shoes, and relax your feet. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and we're wide open. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, the Doc Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guests are the music director and the pastor of Mott Haven Reformed Church. And he joined us to speak about their church's work within the community and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Josiah DeNooyer and Reverend Dr. Patricia Seeley. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Did we do your name right?
That was beautiful. You did it more than justice. Thank you.
So you guys are joining us today for the first time?
Well, I think I was here some years ago. But
some years ago. So, yeah. All right, it's new again.
It's new again.
All right, bring out the band. Here we go. We have to do the thing all over again. No, we have this initiation thing that we do on the show, but it's good.
Oh, well, initiate us.
You are officially initiated.
It's my first time, you know what I mean? You can initiate me.
There you go. Tell us about your wonderful church and the things that you guys are doing in our community.
Well, would you like a little bit of history?
Yes.
About the Mott Haven Reformed Church?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, the Mott Haven Reformed Church is the second oldest church in the Mott Haven community. It was established in 1850.
Ooh.
The money for the church and the land for the church was given by Jordan L. Mott, who was a famous entrepreneur, ironworks entrepreneur. The church was started with 9 families from different streams of Reformed churches and grew from there. So we've been there for a long time doing a lot of work. Church, of course, has gone through some changes since 1850.
Yeah.
But we're there in the community. Our motto is that we are the church in the heart of the community with the community in the heart of the church.
So you take the church into the community.
We try to.
Yeah.
We try to. We don't always do as well as we could do, but we try to.
Yeah. A lot of people like that outreach, you know. We want to know who's in the neighborhood, who's doing what with their community. And they want to follow you. They want to be with you.
Yeah, we do have a lot of community connections. We're connected with the Mott Haven Community Partnership, with Bronx Defenders, with a number of organizations in the community.
History, right?
History.
1850?
1850.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That goes back.
Yeah.
Now, you haven't been around that long.
I haven't.
Tell us how you
Oh,
got
I haven't been around that long.
I know. But I was going to ask him the next question.
Right. You got to get
But you
there.
do feel comfortable, though, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with the church?
So I actually met the Reverend. We met at a conference in Tucson, Arizona.
All right.
Yeah, with the Reformed Church in America. And I was playing piano, keyboards. And we were just talking about, I just recently moved from Michigan over here. I live in Jersey City
Grand
right
Rapids?
now. Yeah, Grand Rapids, 616, if
I
anyone's
see that big sign up there when we were going a little bit past Grand Rapids to Baldwin, Michigan.
Yeah, I know about Baldwin. A little more north, yeah. Northern Michigan's beautiful.
My father's brother lived out there, so we always took a trip out there. But
It's a great place.
Yeah, good. You know, it seemed like we were in the wilderness. But that's a whole.
That's you could take
just
that
the
somewhere else
traveling, the
too.
long distance traveling from New York City there.
It's a very different space. But yeah, we met in Arizona, and that's how I got connected to the church. And so we had some conversations leading up to it, and I found out that the work Mott Haven was doing was really important and really beautiful to the community, and there was a need for a music director. So those things came together, and now we're sitting here talking.
I think there's a piece that Josiah doesn't know about our meeting. I heard this B3 organ playing, and I was like, we have never had a B3 organ at this
So we gotta
meeting.
get him over here.
Right, just like, take me.
Who is that playing that B3? But he's an excellent musician.
You
and
gonna
he
play
is
something
just-
for us today?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
Where's the instruments?
So where's the church? It's in Mott Haven.
We're at
and-
350 East 146th Street, the corner of 3rd and 146.
And church starts what time?
Sunday morning at 10:30.
10:30. All right. I think we should pay you guys a visit.
You
Come
should.
on through.
You really
anytime.
should.
And we're having a next generation centered service. That's the last Sunday of the month, and we'll be starting a little later, around noon, having a brunch beforehand at 11.
Yeah.
So you're
And it's the
welcome.
next
to come.
generation because
It's
you're
being
inviting the youngsters.
basically it's being led, coordinated, and facilitated by the young folks in the church, and then being intentionally told about or marketed to the young folks in the community.
So tell everybody to come to your church and
Come to the Mott Haven Reformed Church. It's a
Do it.
wonderful church. We have a wonderful service. We have wonderful people, and we love the community. And you guys were with us a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
We had a concert, and Bronx Net was there with us. It was, yeah.
A benefit concert. Yeah, it was
What is the
beautiful.
next one?
Whenever Josiah plans it.
You're in charge of planning that?
I mean, I've taken that responsibility for the most part.
right.
The next event we're working on is going to be a block party.
Okay, good. Like a
so-
summer.
Yeah,
block
beginning
party?
of summer. Like we're looking at the beginning of June.
Oh,
So
let
we're
us know
just-
more about it.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can come on down and try to participate.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you.
And we're also working towards some gospel jazz.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing more concerts potentially, in addition to the church services, bringing different artists into the space to share. That was what the benefit concert also did. In addition to, bringing in folks from the community and providing a concert, we were bringing in artists from the Bronx, but also from across the country actually, and different parts of New York to just play and share their music with the community.
And you give them a love offering?
Yeah, basically. Exactly. You know you know about it.
I know. I know musicians that go around to different churches and they perform.
Yep.
Of course, they come out of my church. Sometimes you see them one week and then, they were performing at such and such a church.
Yeah.
But we have a team of musicians and stuff that go around.
Yeah.
But that's great. And I love what you guys are doing in our community. Whenever we can bring people together, moving together in the same direction for a common cause, I think it's special.
Yep.
Yeah, and one of the things is that we have focused a lot on the issues of justice because we understand our community and the issues in our community, understanding that Mott Haven is in the poorest congressional district in the nation and the needs of the community.
Yeah.
So that's where our heart is.
And you bring the community together. You recently had a community talk and brunch.
We're having a conversation with the community this Saturday coming.
Yeah.
And we are inviting the candidates for District 8 City Council to come and converse with the community. This is not the first time we've done this, though. We've done this on several occasions.
Yeah.
And so it's wide open for anybody from the Mott Haven community or surrounding communities. We're having a brunch at 11 o'clock. We always have good food. So we're having a brunch at 11
count
o'clock,
me in.
and then we'll have
No.
this conversation to listen to the candidates and see whose platform meets the needs of our community.
That's important. I think, you know, there needs to be more like town halls and meetings like this, where you have that interaction with the elected officials, like when we did the caucus weekend up in Albany. You know, people got a chance to come up and interact with the elected officials and find out what was on their mind, and elected officials can do the same. Find out what the community needs are. I think that needs to be done more. Maybe you can invite them down to the block party too.
That's
they're
exactly
going to come on
what
stage
we're
and
talking about. Oh yeah.
This is election season.
And our current district representative, she has been at our block parties. So we're expecting whoever gets elected this time to pop up.
You may have the mayor come down.
Well, we did have de Blasio. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you had a question to ask Mayor Eric Adams, what would you ask him? That's not in here, but I just...
I know. What direction is our city going in? What direction are we going in?
And leave it there and just listen.
And listen.
Ask and listen. I like that. So what's going to happen during this brunch that you're going to have?
Well, during the brunch, we're just going to eat and get to know each other. And then afterwards, we are actually in the process now of formulating some questions, pointed questions about the needs of the Mott Haven community and how those district council persons, whoever is elected, how they will address those needs and how they'll include the community in addressing those needs.
Yeah, what do you want the community to take away from this meeting?
I want the community to go away saying, okay, it's that one.
That's the one right there.
That's the one.
They're more in line with how I'm thinking and how I want my
Mm-hmm.
family and community to get involved.
That's the one that I'm going to cast my vote for.
Good. Social media, website?
Yeah, you can find Mott Haven on Facebook at Mott Haven Reformed Church and on Instagram at Mott Haven Reformed Church. I'm on those as well personally under my name. Post about a lot of music things that are happening and community things.
We're going to come and listen to you, and we're going to come and listen to you play.
We love that. You're welcome anytime.
Listen. You want to take us out with a quick prayer? I got 30 seconds.
Most holy and gracious God, we thank you for this opportunity that you've presented to us today. We thank you for the Mott Haven community, God, and the work that you have called us to do. We ask, God, that you would lead us and guide us, and that the work that we do in this community and for this community and with this community would be pleasing unto your sight. We pray for the Bronx Net organization here, that they will continue to flourish and bring community members and leaders together to lift up the South Bronx, all of the Bronx. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. There you go. Reverend Dr. Patricia A. Seeley, pastor, Mott Haven Reformed Church, and Josiah DeNooyer, drummer and music director, Mott Haven Reformed. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
We appreciate you.
That was wonderful. I can come back again, okay?
All right, we will.
We will.
We'll take a quick break. I've got more open coming up next.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. .5% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. .34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit bronxnet.org to learn more.
And welcome back. Once again, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. You are watching Open. Our next guest comes all the way from Barcelona, Spain. And she's a talented singer, songwriter, and she's here to speak about her new music project, Me Baby. I'm saying, Me Bebe. She's got that and a whole lot more. She's been traveling, she's been to different countries, and she's with us today. Anabel Itoha.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. Wait a minute. This thing, you look like you've been in this for a little while.
Well,
Because
I've been trying
the way
to.
you present yourself and everything. What made you want to get involved in the business that we're talking about here today?
You know, I was gonna be a doctor.
You were? That's what your parents wanted to do?
Not they wanted me to do, but my stepdad is a doctor, and that's what I wanted to do. You know, but I happened to study my last year of high school in Ireland, and then I was 1 year in London, and that opened my mind. And I always had like the, singing skill. So being up there gave me the chance to see a lot of superstars and famous people, and I was like, maybe I could be one of them. Let me try.
I can sing. I can do my thing. I can present myself on stage. Who were some of the videos that you watched? Some of the people that you looked up to?
Pretty much Rihanna, Beyonce, even Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Especially because he was young, and it was like, I'm young too, so it's not a handicap,
I'm young and talented too.
Right.
Yeah. So you came from, somebody pulled you into the studio, you said, you know what, let me find out how to get to where I need to go.
Coming from a family of lawyers and doctors, they were like, okay, you want to do music, you got to go to university, So I went for 1 year, and then I happened to meet someone from New York. They told me, if you come to New York, I got this songwriter, it was Capella Gray. I'm talking about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I came to New York, and I started coming back and forth. That was my first time in a studio, first time, and everything.
But, they didn't misdirect you, because a lot of people jump into this business and they sign these contracts. So your parents being lawyers and everything, they said, you know what, let's not get her hurt. Let's let her learn a little bit about this business, and if she's going to put the pen to the paper, make sure it's correct, make sure it's right.
I'm still mad at myself because I didn't listen. And
well, we all go through that.
I know. But now you learn in, like my stepdad says, in the university of life.
Yes.
If you don't go to a college, you'll go through it no matter what. So that's what I'm going through now. Like, you start to see how it goes, how people move, and it's scary. You gotta be strong, you gotta be smart, and you gotta have the right team next to you. That's the most important part.
Did you sign a long-term deal?
I kind of,
the 60-40?
I'm sorry, I was.
Yeah, I understand.
But,
I get it.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
And thank God I'm young, so I still have the time to fix it and I'm not gonna say start from scratch, but move on.
Yeah, well, Anabel, some of the biggest superstars went through the same thing, and are still going through it.
Doesn't help.
I know.
I know.
So you have this new project out. Tell us about the new project that you're working on.
So this is actually my second feature out. My first one was Te Quiero a Ti with Capella Gray, my mentor, the first person that I worked with ever.
Yeah.
And this one is Mi Bebe with Química Ultra Mega, another big artist from DR. We met each other, we became friends, and he was there to help me all the way. So, yeah, beautiful song, romantic, my baby.
Yeah. You know what? Are you performing that anywhere where we can come see you?
I've been performing. Yeah. I even went to LA to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first time.
So you're on tour?
I'm not on tour. I'm always on tour. Yeah. If you call me, you book me,
exactly.
I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Are you in New York somewhere soon?
Not really, because of,
We have the booker. We have the booker in New York.
Yes, book me.
She has something coming up. Maybe.
You have something coming up?
Yes, SOBs.
Oh, okay. What date is that? You're going to be at SOBs?
I didn't know if you were sure. So.
With B5.
Yeah, she did the right thing. She didn't know for sure, so she's not going to say it.
Yes.
You said May 13th?
May 13th with B5.
Okay.
You know.
You'll let us know, right?
Yes.
Okay. I got it written down here, too. That's good. So we get a chance, an opportunity to come down and check you out.
And I have a new team. We're putting together a great show. I never really had a show. It was always me by myself on stage with the mic. Boring.
Saturday, May 17th.
May 17th.
Oh, you see it?
SOBs.
Yeah. All right. They got it.
And yeah, now we have a show. Now
you have dancers and everything?
Yes.
What?
Now it's real entertaining.
All right. See that? See, you gotta go from just being by herself to now she's got a whole
crew.
A team. Feels better, right?
Feels better. It feels safe, and it feels like
got more eyes on the project.
You don't feel lonely. I feel like this life is becomes very lonely because you really can't trust. I'm not gonna say nobody, but it's hard to trust people.
It is, and no matter what you do. Now, my baby,
Yes.
how did you come up with that? That was you?
Not really. I had a lot of help because all my songs are about love, pretty much. But that was the first song that I felt like I'm not even like this in real life, but then realistically I am. I just don't like to show this side of me because it's very vulnerable and very when you show love, you become weak because now you have the power to do whatever you want with my heart.
Yeah.
But I had to. So it's a beautiful song and I made it a little bit so you can dance to it.
Yeah. It has a nice little beat to it. You can do
and then I got this vibe from DR, Spanish. And I actually have the song in English and in Spanish for everybody.
I think we're going to do a little something.
Oye, mami, en realidad.
¿Cómo hacer para tenerte? Quererte se me da bien. Creerme no te sale.
Si no es contigo, no es con nadie.
Todo cambia y mi cora no te quiere y lo sabes.
Tú me haces
Sé
sentir
que lo sientes, bebé.
en otro nivel.
Haga frío o haga calor, voy a estar a tu lado y te voy a querer siempre. Aunque estés lejos de mí, mi corazón es para ti. Quiero que seas mi baby. Porque eres mi baby, baby, me vuelvo crazy. No hay nada que no haría por ti. Todo sí, todo por ti. Aunque nos enfademos hasta que nos odiemos. No hay nada que no haría por ti. Todo sí, todo por ti. Sabes que eres mi baby. Sabes que eres mi baby.
Wow. First time in New York? Performing in New York?
With my team, yes.
Yeah.
With my new team.
That's great. How have you managed to infuse your roots within the concept of your song?
It's easy because you just gotta be yourself.
Yeah.
You don't gotta think too much. Like, when I start overthinking, that's when everything becomes a mess,
I know.
So, thank God, I am from Spain, I'm half African, and I live in New York.
Yeah.
So, you just let it flow.
African and Spaniard?
My dad was from Africa. My mom was from Spain, but I was born in Spain.
Yeah. That's a good combination.
I'm happy.
Yeah. That's a good mix right there. So what do you want to do with this whole thing? How far do you want to go? Take it all the way? All the way to the top? Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Exactly.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team's here. Here we go now.
But you know, it feels like we always here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, for me, even being here right now, it's like I could have never imagined being here. So it's like, started from the bottom, now we're here. It happens every day when I wake up. Like,
Yeah,
I always have something going on. But of course, I want here to be over there, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So you're going to continue to travel the world doing what you do.
I want to be everywhere.
You want to be everywhere?
Everywhere, including Asia, because I love Asian culture. Is like I'm impressed. So the day I'm booked in Asia, for me, that's when I'm.
You say,
okay,
I have
made it."
arrived.
I promise you, like, but yeah, anywhere in the world, like, I just want to be everywhere and be able to show what I can do and inspire people.
You got to promise us, no matter how big you get, that you'll always come by and stop by and jump on TV with us.
That's big, but I promise.
That's big?
Because I appreciate you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you not only have this song here, My Baby, you have a couple of others.
Yeah, I have other songs, but I'm focused on the ones coming. As I said, you know, the ugly part of this business is you drop songs in situations that sometimes you gotta like live in the past.
Right.
So I'm focused on the new music. I'm preparing an EP. I feel like music is important to live like in the present. The present is not the songs that that I released. But I'm happy with the song with Capella Gray, Te Quiero a Ti, with Mi Bebe, with Química Ultra Mega.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for more. Hope you are.
Yes, I'm ready for you.
Yeah.
Who would you like to meet in this business that you've been looking up to?
I would say from Spain, I would love to meet La Rosalia because she was part of me believing in, okay, I can go to America and do it, you know?
Yes.
And Rihanna, of course. Like, I love her.
Okay.
Not even
Riri, you ready?
Yay! Like, it's everything, like music, but it's also the vibe, like I can wear anything, and you know, you're still gonna know it's me. You're still gonna stop and be like, oh, who's that? Like, I love the concept. Who's that? Like,
beautiful, beautiful. Well, I think you have a good team that's gonna help propel you there, help get you there. You know,
definitely.
Everybody. I always say this: everybody moving together in the same direction for a common cause.
And you know, it's the right team when everything comes at the same time.
Yeah.
You know,
that's good.
That's where we are now.
I'm loving what you're doing. You have 2 minutes. Anything you want the public to know about you coming out and letting everybody know?
Well,
that I'm on my way.
I mean, I would say you can follow me on my social media. It's Anabel Itoha. Because I'm very open in social media, and you know, I'm gonna start posting more about my feelings and my thoughts, because I really think music is important, but like, in order to inspire people, you have to let them know who you are and how you move and what you go through. So, I don't know, I would say...
We're gonna put it up there. You see it right there on the bottom?
You know, it's important to like get inspired from people. You need people. That's what I would say. You need people. Don't think you can do it by yourself, because you can't. You need people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's nice to open your heart and mind to everybody. You never know who's listening to you, who's watching you, and who you can help.
That's right. And there's some youngsters who want to get involved in this business that we're involved in. What would you tell them?
Read the contracts, get a lawyer, and be yourself. That's what I would
pray.
say. And pray a lot, please.
Yes. Thank you for all that you do. Give us that website one more time.
So basically, it's Anabel Itoha, ANABELITOHA. On TikTok, I go by Anabel Itoha Official, and that's it.
Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause, everybody. Anabel Itoha, singer, recording artist. We wish you a whole lot of love and a lot of luck, and we continue to pray for you, and I'm sure you're going to do what you need to do to make it all happen.
Thank you.
All right, we're here, we're rooting for you. We'll take a quick break. I've got more. It's all coming your way next right here on Open.
What's up, creative family? Discover your voice with BronxNet Community Media classes. Are you ready to bring your ideas to life? At BronxNet, we offer television production classes for community members ages 18 and over, empowering you to share your vision with the world. Get certified in field production, in-studio production, and our new exciting addition, podcast production. Once certified, you can create your own show to air on one of our 6 TV channels. It all starts with our free Unleash Your Ideas Masterclass, designed to help you plan your show idea and set you up for success on your production journey. This class is offered at the beginning of each month for your convenience. Our dedicated BronxNet team is here to support, encourage, and uplift you every step of the way. Join us and become a part of the creative force that engages and inspires the Bronx community and beyond. Sign up today and start your media journey with BronxNet. Visit bronxnet.org/education to learn more and register. Let's create something amazing together.
And welcome back. Our next guest is an actress, producer, model, talk show host, and the founder of the Luisa Diaz Foundation. And she joins us to highlight how she is spreading kindness and empowering others through her Luisa Diaz Foundation, and to speak about her brand new book. It's called Sexy is Timeless. Watch out. And she's going to talk about it. So welcome to the show, Luisa Diaz. Luisa, welcome.
Thank you. Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás, Dr. Ba? Es un placer estar nuevamente. It's a great pleasure to be back again in your program. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. So you put the pen to the paper and wrote a book, huh? Since the last time we spoke. Look at that. All right. So we're gonna talk about that in a little while, but give us a little.
Sexy is timeless. Do you know that, Dr. Bob? That sexy is timeless.
Sexy is timeless. I want to ask you more about it. I know you want to jump right into it, though, right? I'm going to ask you a little bit about that book, but I want you to give us a little background about you and how you got started and what you're doing today.
Well, I am original from Venezuela, and I have been here in the United States for many years, over 20 years. And so I used to have a television program in the North Carolina. Then I moved to California, where I used to do a television show there as well. And now I am here in New York, and I have a foundation for 11 years. We have been organizing events for 11 years. It's called the MAG Gala, which means Mi Amor Graciousness Gala. So what we do is mostly what we promote kindness, and we raise funds for domestic violence survivors and human trafficking. And besides that, I have a book that goes with the work that I do that is mostly about empowering women and for them to never forget how beautiful and worthy they are.
Yeah. So you're spreading kindness all over the world.
Yeah.
With the wonderful things you
like
and your
confetti.
foundation.
Like confetti, more than ever right now, we need, I'm trying to give a new face to kindness, because sometimes when you talk about kind, people think that you are weak, and it takes a strength. Kindness, it is not a weakness, it is a strength. Like Maya Angelou said, it takes courage to be kind. So I wanted to give a new face to kindness, because it doesn't mean because you are a kind person, you're going to allow people to walk over you. It means that you have standards, you have boundaries, you can say no in a kind way, and you can have a conversation instead of reaction. So, and it takes a lot of self-control to be kind, because it's so easy to react, right? It's very easy.
You have to be assertive. You have to be assertive and say, no, this is the way it is, and be kind about it. Be diplomatic about it.
Yeah, I don't have to agree with everything that you say, Dr. Bob.
Yes.
But I have to be kind enough to listen, because you deserve to be listened. And say, listen, I hear your point of view, but I have my own point of view. I have my own opinion. And so we have to respect each other's opinion, even though we don't agree with it.
Luisa, kindness is
That's
cool.
kindness.
Kindness is
Kindness is
cool.
very cool. And also, it is the new sexy.
Ah, yes, see?
Yes,
Kindness
it
is the
is.
new sexy. So you're throwing the
Kindness
sexy into
is
a
the
lot of
new
the stuff
sexy.
that
You
you're
hear
doing.
it here and open with Dr. Bob.
Uh,
Kindness is the new sexy.
that's right. Kindness is cool. Kindness is the new sexy. And that's your motto,
That's
right?
right.
That's the motto of the foundation?
That's the motto of the foundation. The motto of the foundation is Kindness is Cool,
Uh,
where we celebrate individuals and organizations that are doing great things for the community. And we wanted to create a snowball of kindness where everybody feel inspired and motivated and
yeah.
think about it. Say, what can I do? You know, you don't have to do exactly. We raise funds for domestic violence survivors and human trafficking, but I wanted to make you to think about it, get inspired, or maybe you like to do something else as well. So it is about inspiring each other and talking about it, because
Uh,
sometimes, how many times I think that you might remember that, but that when you are growing up, like I remember my grandmother. I grew up with my beloved grandmother, and I adore my grandmother. I grew up in Venezuela, and
yeah.
sometimes you grow up with that chip in your mind, because they put so many chips in our mind. What is right? What is not right? And like, you do something good, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it. The world doesn't have to know. Doesn't need to know. You just do it and be quiet. I don't believe in that. Now that I know, I don't. And you know why? Because people need to know. Because you might inspire me. I might inspire you
Yeah.
to do something great. And there are so many bad news right now in this
Exactly.
world that we are not listening enough the good things that a lot of people are doing. And there are so many people and organizations in general that are doing amazing work for the community, but we are not hearing enough about it. So
Yeah.
I like to promote those organizations and those individuals, so we
Yeah.
can all join the snowball of kindness and feel inspired with each other.
I'm with you. You know, you're right. There's bad news all around us, but we have to fight
Yes,
it. We have to combat it with the good news and the beauty
exactly.
of it all. What made you
That's
want to
right.
What made you want to get into creating the awareness about human trafficking?
Domestic violence survivors. I grew up in Venezuela. Well, I love my country, but unfortunately, I grew up as a child. I saw a lot of abuse in my family. So seeing that abuse as a child, my grandfather abusing physically
Yeah.
my grandmother, I think that touched that little girl. I was only like 5 years old. And you when you are a little child, it really attacks you. This is traumatize you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You are a little angel and you see so much abuse, you get traumatized. And so I think that it really stayed on my heart when I saw that abuse.
Yeah.
But I must tell you, Bob, that my grandmother has 15 children, but she has the courage to leave my grandfather with no money, no education, nowhere to go, and she never looked back. So she is my hero. So when I become successful in my own right, I wanted to give back to the community. And I said, I want to really trying to do something for domestic violence survivors
Yeah.
on my grandmother honor, to offer opportunities that my grandmother by then didn't have.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the neighbor, like a la vecina del lado, she's being abused by their husband as well. So in Latin America, by then, it was very common to being abused. Uh, Not right now. Women are empowered
Yeah.
right now. So,
What is your grandmother's name?
oh, my grandmother's name is Juana Lozada. She's my hero. She's my everything. She's
Yeah.
not here with us anymore. But she is my inspiration to do the work that I do.
And you have the gala coming up, right?
Yes,
Let's
I
get
have the gala.
Grandma's still around? or she's no?
No, she's not here with us anymore.
Can we
Unfortunately.
posthumously maybe give her an award at the gala in recognition of your grandma?
Oh, I always talk about my grandmother at the gala. Everybody knows that this is in my grandmother's honor,
Yeah.
and this is going to be our 11 years, and it's going to be at Cipriani, May 6th. So please, if you are in town here in New York, in Cipriani, go to the website. We still have tickets and we still have sponsorships. If you would like to join the Snowball of Kindness, come and support the amazing work that we are doing. We definitely need your support. Want your support. It's
What do
going
you
to be
call it?
amazing.
You call it the snowball of kindness?
A Snowball of Kindness.
Ah, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. So May 6th,
Yeah, to
what time
join
does
the
it start?
Snowball of Kindness.
And what time does it start on May 6th?
6:30 p.m.
To about 11, right?
Yeah, 6:30 until 10:30, and we have a beautiful ceremony. We give the Kindness School Award that we give it to organizations and individuals who are doing great things, as I'm mentioning to you, to promote more kindness and to inspire the audience to see what can I do as well when I get back home. And then we have the Runway of Hope. The Runway of Hope is the heart of the gala, because the Runway of Hope is the celebration of the resilient survivors. If they are nomad or they are survivors, that I work with different organizations that work with domestic violence.
Yeah.
And then I come and I help them to build the self-esteem. I help them to feel beautiful, to feel worthy, and to never forget that they deserve to be treated with respect, love, and kindness. And this is an amazing transformation to see the journey, to experience the journey of these 10 survivors on the wrong way is very powerful. It's
Beautiful.
very powerful. A lot of people, it's very hard. It's my favorite part of the gala. And
I
of
love it.
course, because we are Latinos, we love having fun, and then we have entertainment, we have a DJ, and everybody has a beautiful time. And it's a gala, so I recommend the ladies to come and wear beautiful gowns. The bigger the better, because we celebrate kindness, and kindness has no limits.
Yeah.
So be big.
Be big. Beautiful. Now, we want to let everybody know about that. And of course, that's going to be on your website, right? So I'm going to ask you your website in a
Yes,
little
it's on
while.
my website, luisadiazfoundation.org.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your book before we run out of time.
Oh,
Tell us about the book.
okay.
How did you come up with the name Sexy is Timeless?
Well, with my work with domestic violence survivors, working with the women, making them feel beautiful and worthy, they didn't believe that they were really sexy. And what I do is that I talk about the sexiness, not only the outside. Don't get me wrong, I like to look fabulous, but the real sexiness lies within you. And you know what is truly sexy, Dr. Bob? Confidence. That is sexy. And that goes for women, for men, for anyone. Confidence. But there is a difference about confidence, and it's a very straight line. And people think that, confidence is arrogance. Confidence is not arrogance. You get truly confidence from doing. The more that you do and the more you accomplish your goals, you feel so good with yourself because you did it. Challenging, overcoming challenging, that is the best confidence that you can have. Nothing else. Social media is not going to give you confidence. Likes is not going to give you confidence. Followers is not giving you confidence. Accomplishing your goals. Knowledge is very sexy. I love a man who is knowledgeable. I love someone who can have a conversation. You can have a conversation about the world, about art, about wine, about food. That's very sexy. And we have so much access to really gain so much knowledge and to have really some intellectual conversations. And also laughter.
You got to laugh.
Who doesn't like, you have to laugh. That's so sexy. You meet someone who doesn't even laugh. That's not very sexy, right?
I know. And they're going to wrap me up. And that's all beautiful. This whole thing is sexy. Laughter is sexy.
Yes,
a knowledgeable man is sexy. Education is sexy. And sexy is timeless.
Self-care, individuality, femininity,
Yes.
social graces, and kindness.
And
Kindness is the new sexy.
kindness is the new sexy. What's your website? They're going to wrap me up right now.
Yes, and I wanted to, if you want to know more about the book and the 10 attributes that lie within you, that you become sexy with age. It doesn't matter what age you are. Go to the luisadiaz.com. Sexy is timeless. Remember, you are beautiful, you are worthy with the 10 timeless sexy that lie within you.
There you go. Luisa Diaz, actress, producer, model, founder, Luisa Diaz Foundation. Sexy is timeless, her new book. We'll take a quick break. I've got more coming up next. And welcome back. Our final guest is an award-winning communicator, influential change maker, a Bronx native who's worked for 2 presidential administrations and 3 national campaigns. Watch out. He joins us to speak about how he's navigating our current administration and so much more. So please welcome to the show. Troy Blackwell Jr. is in the house. Troy,
it's a pleasure to be with you, Dr. Lee.
How'd you get a chance to work with all these administrations?
Look, man, it started with an internship program.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I was in college at the City University of New York, City College, I applied for a White House internship program. And so I was able to serve under the Obama administration. Yeah. I was an intern for Valerie Jarrett, who was President Obama's senior advisor. And so I just pretty much moved up the ranks. That's where I met then Attorney General Kamala Harris, who was running for the Senate, and that's where I met Vice President Biden. And so I stayed in contact with them. And then in 2020, they asked me to work on their campaign and got a presidential appointment and been serving the last 4 years.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, how does that feel? A lot of people look at and they see the people on TV, these elected officials, and they're doing this, making moves. It's all politics.
Yeah.
And you got it. This person's going to do this, and the other person has to do this, and they have to make ends meet and bring it to the people because people, got them in office. And how does it feel to be around them? You see them on TV, but you're up close and personal.
Look, I mean, I feel like it's an honor. It's an honor, right? Whenever you get asked to serve, it's an honor. Yeah. And I think, my background, I grew up here in the Bronx, in the Norwood section of the Bronx, a kid of public schools, K through 12. So whenever you get a chance to be in D.C. and you get to walk the halls of Congress or the White House or any of the federal agencies, it just feels like such an amazing opportunity, a blessing.
Troy, you think you're going to run for something in the past?
I have
Not
no
the
idea.
New York City Marathon, but I'm talking.
I have no idea at this moment.
You've been thinking about it? People have been asking you about it.
Well, look, the Bronx is home for me. I love the Bronx. I care deeply about my community. I just want to make sure that my community has the resources that they need, particularly in this time with the cuts and rollbacks that we're seeing from the current administration.
Yeah. Are you working with the elected officials in the Bronx right about now?
Yeah, so I've been in conversation with some of the elected officials. Many of them are running for office. There are a couple of people that I'm supporting, but also just working with organizations as well to make sure that people are getting what they need in this time.
They taught you well. You ask the questions, bam, I have something for that. We've got something for that. Now, congratulations on your recent award and published works. Talk about that.
Yeah. So it's been a journey. Most recently, I was the Deputy Chief Communications Officer at the U.S. Department of Commerce. So primarily worked around patents and trademarks, helping small business and entrepreneurs legally protect their work. Did some work to help get $600 million to the state of New York.
And that's you right there.
Yeah, that's me with the chancellor of CUNY. We created a CUNY Alumni Association, the first ever in the history of CUNY, and so the chancellor invited me to be a part of that and gave all of us our certificates recognizing each of us for our respective works.
And bring that first picture back, guys.
Yeah, so this here, I was with the director of the Selective Service System, which is an agency that focuses in case of national emergency. And so the director gave me a bronze award. We created a national strategy around public service. You know, so many people, particularly young people, services down, whether it's military or it's AmeriCorps or Peace Corps.
Yeah.
And so we created that national plan around national service.
Yeah, I remember getting a card from Selective Service years ago.
Yes, we don't have the draft.
The draft
no.
card?
It's been going for 50 years. Yeah.
But that was a long time ago.
Yes, and hopefully no drafts coming soon.
Yeah. Wow. And you're working in national campaigns still? You're working on them?
Well, not at the moment. Right now, there haven't been any kicked off in any of the national campaigns, but keeping my eye out in case there's any way I could be helpful.
How did it feel to be a part of Kamala Harris's campaign in 2024?
Well, it was such an honor. So I met Vice President Kamala Harris through her sister Maya Harris in 2016. Stayed in touch with her. I worked on her primary in 2019. Got to know her pretty well. She was very, very...
look at you there.
Yes, Madam VP.
Everybody in the studio, give them a big round of applause. Clap real fast.
Yeah.
Sound like 1,000 people.
Well, she was very intentional about if she was going to pursue higher heights, that she wanted to make sure that she had a diverse team around her, that she was giving opportunities to Black and brown people.
Yeah.
So I stood with her. And then when she was chosen as the running mate, supported President Biden's campaign and got to serve them for 4 years. Yeah.
Wow.
And she's an amazing, fierce leader. She knows her stuff. She is a legal guru, but you know, she makes you want to do better, and you see how passionate she is about helping people.
And you know, you're part of history because she's the first Black vice president of the United States. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And hopefully the first Black woman to be president, if she ever decides.
You think she's going to do it again? She's going to decide to do it again?
I have no idea, but I would hope so.
She's waiting in the wings right now. She's kind of quiet right about now, right?
Well, she's
that was
already,
a lot of work running around.
Yeah.
Because I think she had 107 days to try to.
Correct. It was 107 days to galvanize the country. Yeah.
Wow. And you were with her every step of the way, right?
Yes.
Did you take a deep breath after it was all over?
I did.
So you said,
I did. I took a sigh and just said, worry, but, the vice president was really good about making sure that everyone knew that we were still in the fight. Whether you are an elected or appointed office, that does not limit your ability to help people and to serve. And so she instilled that in all of us.
To grasp hold of 107 days of half the country, that's a lot right there.
Yeah. Closest election in history, too.
Yeah. Wow.
Only a 1% difference.
He has all the information. Say it again, 1% what?
Only a 1% difference in terms of the vote, so one of the closest elections in American history.
So where did the landslide thing come from?
I think that came from the swing states, our electoral college, The electoral college is a system that was built out of slavery to limit the rights of enslaved people from getting proper representation. So it's a system that's outdated, but it tilts the scales one way or the other.
What do you think about the rollbacks with DEI with the new administration?
I'm deeply concerned about it. Mostly 3 key areas. First, federal government has been the pathway to the middle class for Black and Latino families. The federal government is the largest employer in the United States. So cutting a lot of these DEI programs and jobs, I believe right now we're about 250,000 people who've been laid off from jobs. So that's really scary. Second, DEI runs the gambit. And I think about someone like myself, being a member of the LGBTQ community. It wasn't until 1994 when President Bill Clinton signed an executive order that allowed us to even get security clearances to serve. So prior to 1994, you couldn't be out and open and serve in the federal government. You were barred from doing that. And so that was only through executive action. So seeing what's happening right now in Washington, it concerns me.
Yeah. Do you think the courts will help? You see the courts are stepping in
Well, yeah, I hope that the courts will help. Right now, we know that there's a conservative bent on the Supreme Court. So I think right now it's really going to be at the state level, the Supreme Courts, which are elected positions at the state level. And so I'm really hoping that people galvanize around, those elected judicial officials.
Yeah. Since you've been in this for a while, what advice would you give to young people wanting to navigate their way through politics or get more involved in it?
Well, the first thing I would say is that there's never a right time. You just kind of have to jump in. The way that I see it, our grandparents and parents carried the torch for us, so now it's time for us to carry that torch. And last time I checked, I think about 54% of the electorate will be Gen Z and Millennial combined in the next 2 years. So the largest electorate in the country will be those under 45. So it's really on us to be able to carry that torch and serve. So I hope that more young people get involved in serving government.
Yeah. How far do you think this is going to go? I mean, they're saying the new administration, the young man in charge is a king?
Yeah, that's how he labels himself. He's not a king. Yeah. I don't know how far it will go. I think right now we're waiting to see. It's only been 7 weeks, but in these 7 weeks, we've seen numerous agencies disbanded. We've seen 250,000 people laid off. And about 80% of the federal government doesn't even work in Washington, right? So right here in the state of New York, I think we have about 55,000 federal employees. And so I know people who work in federal government who've also been laid off right here in the Bronx. So it's scary to see what it's going to mean, but I think in terms of economically speaking, I think it's scary to see 250,000 people laid off of their jobs.
What do you think the future is going to look like with more people getting involved in becoming elected officials, but somebody's saying, no, I'm in charge, you guys...
Well, I hope so. I hope more people step up. Again, there's many ways to serve, but I hope more people step up and decide to serve. We need a majority in Senate and Congress. So I hope that we, focus on those races. I know the DNC, the National Party, is doing a tour of the country to speak in red districts. So I'm hoping people put their energy and focus into that so we can get back a majority.
Well, what do you think the Democrats need to do to grasp hold of the House in 2 years?
I think we need to show up in communities that we haven't showed up in a while, show up in red districts, not be afraid to go on conservative media. Right now, the landscape, when we talk about YouTube and TikTok influencers, when we talk about local newspapers, right now, the right has a monopoly on that. They own most of that space when you think about influencers and local news and local newspapers. So I think we need to show up in that space.
Wow. Let's keep it right there. Tory Blackwell Jr., we appreciate you, man. You have a website where people can go and check you out?
I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Troy Blackwell Jr., like JR at the end.
Communicator and government executive.
Yes, thank you.
Hope to see more of you.
Thank you.
All
Pleasure to meet you.
All right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank you and our guests for joining us, you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. Keep following us on BronxNet TV for continued coverage. And thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. Join our hosts, Jonathan, Calixto, Darren Jaime, and Rena Valentin for more Open right here. Right. You can check it out, all right? And I'll catch you another day, another way. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. To choose your choice, let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. I love you all. Peace.